Oh yeah. Welcome back to another diary. This is the landscape diary. So I'm starting to put sleepers in. Made of a bit of bods there. That post should have been in front of this one. So then I could have screwed that to it sideways and then that to the back of it. But for some reason I didn't. I put it in the back of the bloody hole. Anyway. So I'm just using these pegs to get the level, to give me a hand, screwing them in. We'll see how far we can get. Now, I've just gone to my belt sander as well, because I'm going to give them a bit of a sand, because they're looking a bit mucky. And that's ruined, so I'm going to need a new belt sander. The sandy thing that goes round it, the actual belt of sandpaper, it's just ram-jammed and got wedged in the bottom wheel. So, well, I'm going to have a try and fix of that, and then if I can't fix it, I'm going to go and buy another one. So I'll just sand them all down and then give them a lick of, I've got some oil somewhere, decking oil or something like that, I don't know, over there, wood preservative oil stuff. So they look a bit lighter, like the stuff up that end that you can't see, but you know what it looks like. So yep, we're getting there. So that gap, so the new, eventually next year, patio will be, this is the height. Doesn't seem enough, but I must have measured it 1,000 times. So this is what we'll fill. So we'll have some hardcore in the bottom, and then obviously you've got some sand, cement, and then your slab. So that's actually not that bad. So we won't be losing much soil, we'll just be levelling out, and then whack a plate in the hardcore down. I'm now looking at that. I'm hoping it's high enough, but we'll see. It's got to be. I've measured it off the posts, off these little pegs. God, I'm now doubting myself whether I've done it right. And obviously it looks massive there because I've just dug too much of the ground out. We'll see. As long as I keep the level, it'll work out. Anyway, see in a bit when I've done a couple more. I'm wasting valuable time picking up the GoPro. Anyway, see in a bit. Oh my god, I've nearly done it. Not without incident. It's nearly there. Oh, we don't see that one. So all in, apart from literally just done a hand mix in a barrow and killed myself. That's hard work. So that's the last post. I'm not sure where I need to cut the last one, so it needs to overhang. So obviously to keep things visually very nice, I want it to be a metre away from there, so I'll probably put a hole one on the bottom and just leave it overhanging and trip over it for the next year until I sort the bottom out. Unless I have a decent measure up, potentially have a proper measure up over the next couple of days for this area, but I don't know. So anyway, I've got 2 sleepers left, that one and one up there. You've got to remember I'm old now, 44, mega old. Carrying these things is not for me, I'm too old for that junk. So I've got one more to bring down, so that one will be along the bottom, next one will be across the top. I'm going to be short one sleeper. Oh my god, one sleeper. So yeah, not good. Hopefully I'm going to scour, I've got a while, I'm going to scour Facebook Marketplace to see if somebody's just got one left over, even if it's 30 quid, because I'm not going to get just one delivered, I doubt, from a local timber merchant. But if I do, bonus. I'm going to make some inquiries tomorrow, but anyway, so I'm going to be short. Oh well. And for some reason, as you remember, that was my first pole, my first post to give me the height, and I took it all the way down. But then when I started doing the sleepers, I started that end and came all the way up. Somehow I'm about 20 mil, probably not even 20 mil, 15 to 20 mil lower than where I wanted to be. Don't know how that happened. It's not the end of the world, but it's 15 or 20 mil down where I wanted to be. Don't know how it happened, not a clue, because I don't really know what I'm doing. And some of the ends of these sleepers, as Mrs. Daly has pointed out, in fact a couple of them are twisted. This one's twisted. I should have probably swapped it out. Should have swapped it out before I put it in, but I didn't. And the ends aren't completely square on some of them. So look at that, it's cut at a ridiculous angle, but not the end of the world. The other ones are like it. It's rustic. I think that was the technical term, rustic. So yeah, the top ones aren't fixed. I'm going to have to work out where I put it depending on the end length, so I don't have to buy 2 sleepers just for a stupid little cut. So I'll work that out tomorrow, but I can't do the last one because that end post is set in, so I'll have to do it tomorrow, day after. Then I'll do exactly what I did up the other end. I'll put some plastic on the back of the sleepers just to protect it from when it's wet. And because of this mega gap here, as I said, the floor level will actually be 15-20 mil over this sleeper, or butt up to it, or just in front of it, whatever we want to do, whatever we do. To stop the mud coming out when I put all of that stuff back over here, I've got some old, it was actually the original toppers for the pond, some slate squares. I'm just going to put them down the back. In fact, let me go and get them and I'll show you what I mean. 1 second. 1, 2, 3. I'm back. So yeah, when I bought these originally for the old, the initial, when I first built the pond, I bought uncalibrated slate because it was cheaper, and obviously because it's uncalibrated they're all different thicknesses. I've got some really mega thick stuff, some not so thick stuff, so I used them and then they ended up popping off and then I got rid of them. So anyway, what I'm going to do is pop them in there like that. Probably not there because that's so tight. Good. Smashed it in. So I knock them in there, down there like that, and that will give me, you can see if I point the camera at it, so obviously that's the slate there, that will just stop the mud coming out and I can fill them in. So I've got varying thicknesses. Right, bloody pain. So I should have done it here, look at all this space. Like that. I need to screw them in because I had to move it and move that temporary post. Basically just going to put them in there like that. And that will stop the mud from rolling out when I start filling it back up. Plus it uses them that I've had sitting around for 10 years. Anyway, job done. I'm going inside. It's been nice catching up with you today, but I've had enough. Catch you tomorrow maybe. Don't know what I'm up to tomorrow. I may see you tomorrow. May see you over the weekend. I'll definitely see you Saturday. Anyway, see you later. Bye. So strong. Let's see how. Been busy. Make a busy day. Show you what I've done. It's done. But the local sleeper guy only had the green treated ones, but I'm going to sand them all down anyway and oil them all up. Like I said, it's all there. We're now done. Absolute mission. it's not completely done. Let's get that right. So finally, I spoke to Travis Perkins. I sent him a scathing email this morning. Apparently today I am being delivered my insulation boards, my plywood and my concrete gravel boards. Don't know when, it's about 4:30 now, still not here, but apparently that's coming today. And they wondered if there's anything they could do as a gesture. Well, I actually need some more ballast, so I've got 2 free bags of ballast off them coming end of next week. So that saved me 80 quid. But it's obviously put me a bit behind because I would like to have had all this done this week really, since I've been off, but you know, hey ho, not the end of the world. So at the minute these finish way over further than when I need them, so once I've got my gravel boards I can work out exactly where they're going to go. And then what I'm thinking is, so as long as that hole is correct, hopefully it is because I've measured it right, I've got that one sleeper that you saw me carrying around a minute ago, which perfectly cut in half will fit in between the slotted post and the mud here, and I'll somehow get it wedged into that and screwed into the post, and then I can cut these to the required length, probably somewhere along here, and then that'll finish this bit off and that'll be done, and it will be job finished. And then get rid of the mud, because I'm so looking forward to moving that, because I just love digging. It's like a favourite pastime of mine. But yeah, thank the Lord. And I've started to put these slates behind, just stop the mud coming through. I don't know if you're going to see that. And then I'm going to put some, like I did before, some plastic sheeting on the back just to protect them. And as I say, and then I can give them, I'm going to give them all a sand and then a paint up. Thank God that's done. So I can then start thinking about removing all of this stuff, get rid of all these other plants and stuff. Well, lilies. Ace is looking a bit sorry for itself. That's a lupin, so that's on its way out now, or well on its way out, and all of that stuff's on its way out, so we can move all of that to the back of the garden for now, and then we'll be able to see the expanse that I've got to fill next year. Anyway, I'm going to pack up, been at it all day. Still no hope for Travis Perkins, but you never know. They might prove me wrong. They proved me wrong by ringing me this morning after my email, so you never know. But we'll see. Because every time I hear a lorry, I'm like, is that them? It's not. Definitely not them. There's no lorry out there. Anyway, catch you later. Bye. Yes, the project can commence. Gravel boards, ply, insulation. Fair play, give me a hand and handballed it around because they're quite heavy. So I'm going to leave them there for now. That means I can get the roof done probably, hopefully through next week in here, insulated, board up, and then I can absolutely clean everything down, get my worktop ordered, job done. Right, I am going now. See you later. It's looking good still. At the window. Oh my god. Especially if the whitefish swim, boy, you can see it even on the chag. But so what I've been doing when I can be bothered, I'm cleaning the window of an evening because it does cloud the water up a little. So if I do it in the evening, when I get up the next day, all the bits and junk have been sorted out by the drum. Thanks for everyone's comments with regards to do my glossum or leaving natural. I think what I'm going to do, a couple of people have suggested it as well, I think it's what I'm going to do, is wait to decide until I've decided what paving I'm having. So I want to see how it all sort of works and matches together. I've got some paving samples arriving next week, just a few different colours and a few different types. So I'll make that decision next year. And I've been thinking about out here, because it's going to cost me an arm and a leg. I think I'm going to do it in a couple of stages. Maybe this immediate bit around the pond is like a stage 1, and then a middle bit and maybe an end bit, or depending on the cost, maybe just in 2 bits. So definitely going to be in no rush to do it, but I do want to get it done sharpish next year, but take me time, if that makes sense. It completely doesn't, because I'm saying take me time, but hurry up about it. See, I'm going to clean both the windows tonight, because they're disgusting. It's absolutely, I've just been to the tip. I've had a non-productive, productive morning. All I've done is cut the grass, get rid of the pool, eventually, the blue pool. That's packed away. So I've been to the tip, a couple of bags of rubbish, and an absolute multitude of old bits of pipework and stuff. So I think what I'm going to do now, I did want to start concreting in the posts and gravel boards, but I don't think I'm going to do that now. I say time's getting on, but it's about 3:15, 3:30, something like that. So I don't want to fire my cement mixer up and start doing getting all this sorted. I don't want to be rushing around, and you know, I like to be sitting inside. It's a Sunday evening, got a few bits of work to do ready for the week. I don't want to be rushing around 7, 8 o'clock tonight. Sunday, I want to be chilling out. And since I've had 2 weeks off, and we all know what it's like, I had 2 weeks off and I'm back to work tomorrow. It's going to be like being reborn when my alarm clock goes off tomorrow morning. But that's what we've got to do. I've got to go to work to earn the money to finish this lot. What I am going to do, and they weigh a ton actually, so I'm going to need a hand from somebody in the house. So as you saw the other day, got me insulation, roof insulation delivered, and I'm going to light the roof's going to be finished just in this ply. So I might get rid of this the plastic, start to get it all cut up and put in, and then that, hopefully the roof, I don't think I'm going to quite have enough. I could only get it in these massive sheets, but there is a local timber merchant that will give me, they can cut ply to the size you need. Obviously it'll be a little bit more, but I'll get the bit that's missing, I'll just get that made up at the local timber merchants, and then that will slot in. So as I say, I don't think I'm exactly going to have enough. Should have enough of the insulation though, because it's obviously not a complete flat surface. It's just going to be cut to the size of in between the joists and nogginy bits. God, look how cold this is. Going to be a nightmare. It's going to cause an absolute ton of mess. I need to do it once and then it'll be done. So once I've done all of this, obviously I'm going to take the light down and reattach that after. But once I've done that, because it's going to cause a bit of mess, and we're going to have a measure up for my desk and some cupboards here, hopefully get that in the next week or two, and then I can completely tidy everything out in here, because it's, as you can see at the minute, it's a bomb site, and I've still not dusted all of it. I just thought there's no point, because I'm going to cause a right old mess when I do the ceiling and do a bit of drilling over there for cupboards and desk. But the next couple of weeks I should have that done, as long as I can order the stuff. So that's the plan. Get all of this lot sorted. Probably going to start this end actually, because if I'm short, at least it'll be that end and out of the way. I'm just a working machine, and as much as that's annoying, I don't really need to go around there, do I? So that is just going to wait until I do the other concrete boards and posts. And fish wise, everyone is loving the sun. Look at them, they just think it's food time. Oh, and you can really see the green bits on the window. Look, that's awful. If only I knew a decent window cleaner. So one thing I have noticed, because I'm feeding a lot heavier than I have been for a while, a few floaty bits of muck in the bottom of the pond, not tons of it, and a few more floaty bits around the water, but to be expected. Obviously feeding more going to get more waste. Not that there's a ton of it, but just more than I would normally have had. But I'm noticing the fish are starting to get their bodies back. Especially I was sitting out here earlier, just chilling out in between, doing a few bits, cutting the grass. Francis, that one, she's definitely starting to get her shape back now. Well, even Chubbs actually, because they look really empty. So she's starting to get her shape back. And even the bigger Kahaku, not quite as empty as they were. So that's good. So I think the fish are happy. That flow pushing them back, I like that. And everybody keeps saying the Kiyetsuri, look at that. That's a little mark there. Looked like it maybe had lost a scale or was a scale colouring up, but other than that, nothing now. You wouldn't even know. Crazy. Don't ask me how or why, or I know a few of you have mentioned that Frank the Saviour did it. It wasn't Frank. He did help it along maybe. I think the shock of it going in the paddling pool with completely fresh water, well not fresh water but from over here, and then some big water changes, that's what sort of helped it really. Bit of an odd one. So all's not lost, there is always positivity. Look at it, I can't believe it. Unbelievable. Anyway, I'm going to get on with cutting this junk up, and then you can have a giggle at me in a minute when I completely cock it up and probably measure wrong, because we know how it works. Measure once, cut twice, that's me. Be interesting to see how big that fish actually is now, because I found a photo the other day of when I picked it up. It's double the size, it's ridiculous. Got to be mid-50s, maybe 60 cm now. Anyway, jobs to do. Catch you later. I'm broken. Some people, tradesmen, and just some good DIYers can just do stuff. I'm not one of them people. Carnage. Carnage. Apparently I say that a lot. I've had a carnage afternoon. It's the weekend gone now. Done. All I've done, well, a couple of funny things. It's taken me 2.5 hours just to do this bit here, because the boards don't quite fit. Plus I've got to cut round the electrical gizmo. I can't put it right in here because it would be too messy. So I've had to cut the boards in half and then put them up in 2 bits. I couldn't even cut the insulation correctly. It just pretty much sums up my DIY skills. Like I said, I knew it was going to be messy in here, and it is. One of these noggins is slightly protruding, so there's a little bit of a lip there. I don't know whether if I put something on there and smack it with a hammer, who knows. That's now off the wall. It's just been one of those afternoons of, because I've had to have the door shut as well when I've been in here, it's roasting hot because the sun's out and it's boiling in there. And I've just, even just cutting these things, look at, you can see these little bits that I've had to trim off where I've slightly measured wrong or cut wrong, or a combination of the both. It's not for me, that's life. So that's the first funny point. It's just taken me forever just to do a third of the ceiling. The other thing is, I know how big this room is. I've measured it and we planned it anyway. I've only ordered some of you people out there with a better eye than me, 2 sheets of polystyrene insulation and 2 1200 by 2400 boards. Well, I'm going to need 3. You can just see, without even measuring, that's 1 board, and I've only done 1/3 of the ceiling. What was I actually thought maybe I'd ordered the wrong amount, so I went to check my invoice. Yeah, I only ordered 2 of each. What am I doing? So there was me thinking I was going to have a little bit to get from my local wood place. No, I need a whole bloody sheet. So I don't, that just sums me up. Absolute ridiculous. So anyway, I'm going to pack up and have a bit of a tidy up. Having homemade burgers for dinner. I'm starving, I'm thirsty, I'm mad. I'm going to save it all for another day. Well, not all, the rest, and order another sheet of that and another sheet of that, because I'm rubbish. Ridiculously rubbish. And I miss the feeder going off, so I like to come and watch it if I'm out and about. So I didn't get to see the fish eating. I'll give them another little. Oh, kids. There we go. I wonder how much, actually, I've looked in it for a bit. Let me put you down. I need to top it up in a bit. So I can't remember how long it's been since I've had this on. 10 days, 2 weeks maybe? Well, it's Sunday today, so I wouldn't have put it on a Sunday. It would have been delivered at some point in the week. I suppose I could work it out, because I know I'm doing 9 feeds with the odd extra bit here and there a day at 40 odd, nearly 50 grams. Anyway, I'm going to do what I'm saying. I'm packing up, I'm going in, I'm feeling, have a shower, I'm going to feel sorry for myself. I'm absolutely a loser when it comes to DIY. Can't even cut a straight line. Anyway, see you later. So I've just cleaned the window with the window cleaning pole on the inside. I haven't done the outside. I do need to get a slightly smaller, stiffer brush. I think that pretty much gets it off. Well, it's got it off. It does get it off, but I've got lots of stirred all sorts of junk round and all bits of floating round now. But love this time of evening. It's getting a bit dusky. Awesome. Love it. Well happy. It's just everything else that depresses me. But you know, we'll get there. Still think because I'm standing here they're going to get some food. No, need to stop doing that. Right, catch you later. Oh yeah, you know where I am. I'm down here to pick up something. Could be from one of these ponds, could be from over there. You'll have to wait till next week to see, so tune in. Thanks for watching this week, and I'll catch you next week when you'll see what I've taken home. Bye.